It's 2026. Half your workforce is conscious, half circuits in code. How do you manage resources? How do you optimize productivity? Where does HR sit in a world where human is just a part of the picture? I got all excited about this yesterday after a tweet by Aaron Levy, who'd spent a week talking to higher-ups in the IT world. The long pole in the tent is the culture change in organizations. AI is moving faster than any organization's ability to change how it works, and so it still takes plenty of time for use cases and lessons to propagate throughout the organization. Prompt libraries, internal sharing, letting teams explore on their own, and more are all critical to making that happen. I hadn't really given much thought to the makeup of an organization in a post-human-only world. But I do love to understand how we cajole and captivate colleagues to achieve more in their roles. Whatever format or bloodline, bio or butt, that colleague might be. And I'm now officially allergic to using these bloody M-dashes because it dehumanizes all the effort that goes into writing these posts. An interesting response. I'd quote the person with the wisdom, but they don't appear to have a name in the literal sense of the word. The long pole in the tent is culture change. This is because IT and software development processes are totally unprepared and inadequate for tech that behaves more like human employees than like the deterministic software. Fuck. Genuinely, what does the people team do now? They already blindside contractors and freelancers, forcing managers that need them to do all the HR work because they're not technically part of the conventional business, a phrase I've heard bundled out of well-intentioned HR mouths many, many times. Finding common ground and harmony across humans and AI agents from an orchestration point of view feels less about managing people and more about potential, regardless of its substrate. Performance management for an AI might involve tracking its processing efficiency, its accuracy of its outputs, its learning rate, and, crucially, its explainability, aka how well it can show its workings without sounding like a particularly obtuse academic. For humans, it'll increasingly focus on those uniquely squishy skills: creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and the ability to ask an AI the right kind of daft question that sparks genius. Back to the temporary workforce, increasingly common in larger organizations, although in my last major gig also increasingly ratcheted back with ferocity when leaders were faced with winds of change, whether precipitating challenges or opportunities. Imagine an AI platform, a sort of digital talent concierge, that not only finds the perfect freelancer for a gig in milliseconds, but also handles their onboarding, contract issuance, payment, and even initial performance feedback based on project deliverables. This is getting agents in on the whole performance management thing at the highest levels. This is full Schrodinger's cat shit. Or catnip, if this is your thing. Agentic AI surfacing and analyzing critical workforce insights would enable the new HR. Let's call them the Being and Bot Bureau. B&B for now, shall we? Who runs the B&B? It's a trope that people working in HR are not the most empathetic. They are very much results first, people second, until it's down to the people to get the results, at which point the last pulse survey is ransacked to find how HR can best manipulate its colleagues to dig that business out of a bankruptcy-sized hole. So what does the HR sequel need from its people and supporters? I think we have some clearly defined roles. Human AI teaming strategist, part team-building coach, part tech integrator. They design workflows where humans and AI complement each other, ensuring that Dave, theoretically it could be me, in logistics isn't trying to outcalculate the new route optimization AI, but is instead using his years of experience to tell it which roads really get snarled up at 3 p.m. on a Friday, regardless of what the data says. Algorithmic ethicist and bias navigator. This person is the conscience of the digital workforce. They'll be constantly poking and prodding the AI systems to ensure they're not inadvertently developing a sneaky bias against left-handed people or those who prefer pineapple on pizza. They'll also handle the moral quandaries. If an AI recommends a redundancy, whose neck is on the line? Digital workforce onboarding and integration specialist. How do you onboard a new AI? It's not just a case of plugging it in. This specialist ensures the AI has the right data access, security protocols, and understands its role within the team, while also preparing the human team for their new digital colleague and managing any existential dread. Productivity and well-being synthesist for all sentience levels. Monitoring not just the output but the health of both human and AI workers. Is a human feeling overwhelmed by their AI counterpart? Is an AI stuck in a processing loop that's the digital equivalent of a migraine? This role blends data analysis with a hefty dose of intuition. Freelance and contractor ecosystem orchestrator. While AI might handle the admin, a human touch will still be needed to nurture the broader network of external talent, ensuring fair practices and building long-term relationships with key contributors who are themselves likely using AI. These roles require a delightful cocktail of skills: data literacy, emotional intelligence for the humans and understanding the absence in AIs, change management expertise, a solid grasp of AI capabilities and limitations, and, above all, a robust sense of humor. Because, let's face it, things are going to get weird. How does it feel to work in the new world of B&B? We still care about feelings and emotions. 08:30 a.m. Agnes arrives, sips her Earl Grey, organic, fair trade, sourced by the office procurement AI, ProcureBot, v3.2, and glances at the central cohesion dashboard. Human employee sentiment is mostly green, though there's a slight amber flicker in the creative department of which she makes a mental note. AI unit Cognitotasker 007, affectionately known as COGS, is reporting 99.8% operational efficiency, but has flagged a potential ethical conflict in a dataset it's analyzing for marketing. A lively debate ensues. Agnes suggests they tweak the parameters to exclude rubber duck ownership as a variable. COGS concurs, updating its ethical subroutines with impressive speed. 11:45. Quick check-in with the freelance ecosystem orchestrator. The AI talent platform has identified 3 potential freelance illustrators for a new project. One is human, one is a human-AI hybrid studio, and one is a fully autonomous creative AI. They discuss the pros and cons, focusing on the project's need for a quirky, unexpected style, currently leaning towards the hybrid studio for that blend of human ingenuity and AI polish. 12:30, lunch. Agnes bumps into Dave from logistics. He's grudgingly impressed. That new AI, Rudy McRootface, as I call it, actually listened to me about the A406 on a Friday. Saved us a packet this morning. Agnes smiles. Small victories. 2:40 p.m. Performance review session for an AI. This time it's ChattyBot CS, the customer service AI. Its empathy simulation scores are up, but its complex query resolution times are slightly down. The team discusses retraining modules and whether ChattyBot CS is spending too much virtual time chatting with other AIs about the weather. 3 p.m. An urgent alert from the well-being synthesist. Sarah in accounting is showing high-stress indicators via her opt-in, GDPR-compliant, naturally, wearable, and interactions with the company's AI assistant. Her AI work buddy, AccuBot, has also flagged that Sarah has been manually overriding its calculations more frequently. Agnes arranges a discreet chat with Sarah, suspecting she might need more training on AccuBot or is perhaps feeling swamped. It turns out Sarah just had a row with her teenager about the state of their bedroom, but appreciates the check-in. The system works, even for non-work stress. 4:30 p.m. Meeting with legal. They're drafting the company's first AI code of conduct and decommissioning policy. Fascinating questions arise. What are an AI's rights if it achieves sentience? Legal looks alarmed, but Agnes reassures them it's purely hypothetical. For now. How do you ethically retire an obsolete AI? Do you give it a leaving due? Probably not, but the thought provides some amusement. 5:30 p.m. Agnes reviews the cohesion dashboard again. Creative is back in the green after their human AI teaming strategist ran a workshop on co-creating with code, making friends with generative AI. She forwards a humorous cat video to the entire B&B team. Time to go home. Is HR doomed? In much the same way that Microsoft made changes a couple of weeks ago, there will be the inevitable disruption as a functional harmonization plan sweeps across our corporate landscape. Bodies there will be. But it's far from doom. In fact, for the most progressive HR operators, this will be very much like a desired upgrade. The core purpose, enabling the organization and its people and bots to do their best work, remains. But the how is transforming at lightning speed. The B&B won't be about managing absence and awkwardly worded emails. It'll be about fostering a vibrant, productive, and ethically sound ecosystem of human and artificial intelligence. It'll be about navigating the thrilling, sometimes baffling, often hilarious intersection of human ingenuity and machine intellect. It's a brave new world, and frankly, it sounds like a lot more fun than arguing about whose turn it is to fill the biscuit tin. Though one suspects, even in the age of AI, that particular debate will remain stubbornly, wonderfully human. The transformation we're witnessing represents more than the evolution of HR. It's the birth of a new discipline focused on optimizing productive intelligence ecosystems. As AI becomes integral to daily operations,